From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Yellow, 54, 954.
Mahomes now on first down. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes forced out to his left. And going deep for Hill. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 59 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check, X3, 218, chopper.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Complete, Smith has it. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down, Tannehill. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
64,
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. They'll run for it with Henry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Tannehill. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for the Titans. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Derrick Henry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point put through by Succop. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we are tied at 7. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line. 2 seconds to go, 1st quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins there to make the grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Butker now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Ready, break.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's Mahomes to throw, escaping the pressure right. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way down to the 26. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 49 yards. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow, they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all.
Let's go. 18.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down. On 4th down, Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Darren Lee, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And this is taken in at the 5. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Mike 5-4.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. The 20. He finds McCall. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. This is caught. Watkins. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill, rolling to his right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 63 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Watch the screen.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Humphries now to return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Uncorks one for Davis. It's caught at the 10. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, 53 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Suckup for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game. With Joseph set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Chris Jones on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Henry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now it's the backup Mariota. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
At the 30-yard line. Shut down. Motion. Attack.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Watch.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Open man is Hill. He's got it. 21 yards there on third down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Being chased out left. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Harold Landry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, Williams. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 61 yards. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
We got this.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw. And Walker has it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Hey, Delta.
A first down carry for Henry. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Now it's Tannehill. And this one complete to Smith. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Tannehill. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
You draw Porter.
You.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Tannehill now to throw. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. And this will not be returned. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady. 65.
A former volunteer back in Tennessee, it's Alvin Kamara. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On second down, Kamara trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Check 43.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. It's brought in by Harris. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Tannehill. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
This is Henry. He'll get 3 up to midfield. That man, Derrick Henry, boy, was he one of the stories of the postseason. Leading rusher in the NFL during the regular season, but even then, kind of under the radar. But he really showed America how valuable he was during that Titans postseason run. A 3-game stretch starting with Week 17. Charles, 211 against Houston, 182 versus the Pats, and 195 in Baltimore.
And what I think is surprising for people is, as you said, he was under the radar. But if you go back 2 seasons when they had a little bit of playoff success, remember when they won in Kansas City? People remember the play where Marcus Mariota got the ball batted back to him. What they may have forgotten was Derrick Henry shredding the Kansas City defense with well over 100 yards in that game. So at playoff time, when he plays big, which he normally does, Tennessee tends to have success. That's the kind of back that they have in Derrick Henry.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check it back. Let's go.
Here's Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
13.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Call it a pickup of 7 on the ground. That trims it to a 3rd and 15 situation. From the gun, it's Breeze. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right in.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Harold Landry drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here comes Humphries on the return. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the 1st rounder out of UTSA with a sack. On 2nd down now, it's Henry. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Third and long, it's Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Breeze to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 35 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, 75 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get in the field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. That'll bring up second down. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year. Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, the credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most, that's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
Ready. 5-8.
Breeze now on first down. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grabbed the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. To throw is Tannehill. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Throwing on first down is Breeze. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you. But I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better. But the bottom line is, the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running through there, the validation, probably haven't had the applause in a long time. That's going to come back to you now. Troy Polamalu, he essentially stepped off the field and into the Hall of Fame, but it doesn't matter. Bottom line is getting there. Congratulations to all.
A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. Here's Breeze going for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Kamara, and not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 3 yards out. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14.
Titans 14. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over.
Derrick Henry all alone. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a big run there by Henry. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
You better be afraid of me, Alpha. You better be afraid of me. Get it.
From the 22, Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Switch now.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll stay with Lewis here on 1st down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Bomber, 22-jet bomber.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Extra point put through by Suckup, and that will make this a 4-point game. Joseph now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Bree's going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Now a hit and a loose football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days. Offensive line.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. It's caught. Smith. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field. Now
Lewis here on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run with Henry. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
94. X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, Delta.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Harold Landry in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. And this is Cook with the grab. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And Ginn's got it. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touch. Back, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Here we go. Check three.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Well, Raheem Mostert, he was great in that NFC title game, 220 yards. But Super Bowl, 58 yards on 12 carries, though he did score the touchdown in the third quarter to put the Niners up 20-10.
And think about the journey of Raheem Mostert and what he's traveled, that he has a 220-yard game, 4 touchdowns in the NFC title game that you just mentioned. But only getting 12 carries in the Super Bowl, I don't think in his wildest dreams he would have thought, I only got 12 carries in a Super Bowl? That tells you how valuable he became and what people will focus on. And don't forget Tevin Coleman, the great comeback from the dislocated shoulder against Green Bay in the title game. 5 carries, 28 yards in the Super Bowl, came back to start that game. Showed a great amount of toughness, but they didn't run it nearly as much as we expected, and they ended up with a result that maybe was unexpected too, a loss in the Super Bowl.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Adam Humphries deep to return. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, exit. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Yo, you get it.
Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And all the way down to the 39. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
On first down, it's Tannehill. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
60 Pittsburgh.
On first down, Henry. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down and 4, Tannehill. And Walker has it.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to...
And he will score! Touchdown, Titans! A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now Mostert. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. This is Mostert. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Mostert. And he's got some space here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, 51 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, 75 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. And that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise. Because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
12.
On third down, here's Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. Now Tannehill. Dancing to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. D Ford in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Taking it about the 16. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go. 13.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mostert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Here we go.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Tannehill. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, right. Check. Hey, over. Hey, watch that.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. They'll run it again with Henry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They try again with Lewis. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 26. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Ryan Suckup on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back? Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Harold Landry, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack on first down, Garoppolo, a good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Garoppolo, got a man, he finds Sanders. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
San Francisco.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. A good pickup there at 22. Garoppolo, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Garoppolo again. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Garoppolo and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin there to make the grab. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Niners' 43-yard line.
6-6, pull it high. Kill. Smooth.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on first down. Lewis. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6. Check 31. Check 36-yard line.
Protein spill. Undercrush.
Again, it's Lewis. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Tannehill now to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Topper! Ready?
A first down carry for Henry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him. About 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 54! Oh, here we go!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
Here we go.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now they try the right side here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo, and this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Is a turnover on downs.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The Florida Atlantic man Greg Joseph ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, fellas.
Here we go. Check. Walk 54.
Going to give his time to the tailback. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 yards, first down Niners. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard of the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It's Coleman here, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
6-man.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Got it.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Mike, 57. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds.
Here's Tannehill. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got him in. Complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So 2nd and goal and the big man Henry alone in the backfield.
At the 3-yard line.
Six 0 our score after one.
With the score, Niners 6, Titans nothing.
So 2nd and goal and the big man Henry alone in the backfield.
61, match box, lights. 5.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Greg Joseph set to kick off.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Pin the mirrors back and go full stop.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past